UPenn swimmer Leah Thomas becoming the first ever transgender athlete to win a Division I national championship.
Pushed over the first 350 meters. Thomas wins the NCAA championship. Ended up very close for second, with Wyatt taking it ahead of a late charge from Erica Sullivan in third.
The cheers much louder for the runner-up than for Thomas. Thomas' accomplishment only adding to the big question, should she have been allowed to compete in the first place?
He gonna bring something, but let me bring something right now too, because no way in the fuck should this dude should have been in the damn water swimming against the damn women. In no way, in no form.
With us now, Caitlyn Jenner, who's got a lot to say on this. Caitlyn, it's great to have you here. Let me just set this up by saying...
And Caitlyn Jenner, this motherfucker right here, flip mode, man turned to girl, girl turned to man. We don't know what the fuck going on with Caitlyn. Now it's got to say something.
That Leah Thomas destroyed the field in the 500-yard freestyle. She was 1.75 seconds faster than the runner-up, but she was 9 seconds slower than the record set by Katie Ledecky back in 2017. So she was faster than all the women in the pool last night, but she's not the fastest woman ever. So how do we put this all into perspective?
Well, the perspective I get is must be whoever they said did whatever they did, and all them fast numbers, what they mentioned, probably was a drag man from that time too. They don't tell you all the time. Nothing but drags. Okay? So let's learn from these things as we hear them. Okay? So.
I think she was probably taking it very easy in the race because she knew the world was watching, and she's just going to go fast enough to be able to win the race. Now, I've said from the beginning, I have no problem with Leah Thomas. Leah Thomas has followed the rules, and she's able to swim because of that. My problem that I have here is with the NCAA.
I can't even hardly take looking at this one right here. Everything up in here in my chest and everything. It's just, ooh, ugh, look at this. And just on the news, they let it get up there and start talking to people and stuff. Children can look at her thing, and talk to it and look and, ugh.
Going all the way up to the Olympic Committee, other organizations that have allowed this to happen. She's playing within the rules. What I've said from the beginning is the rules aren't tough enough. Just being on testosterone depressants for a year or two, whatever the rules are right now, because they keep changing, obviously is not enough. Leah Thomas just dominated in the pool, and I'm sure she took it quite easily because she didn't want to win by too much. So, yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. And honestly, I mean,
That's exactly where we at, where they put big-ass dudes in damn women's sports and then come up with all this bullshit right here of why they should be in the damn women's sports and they big-ass men. I mean, like, that's just break it right on down. This shit is crazy. And then what is this right here talking? Okay.
Dealing with this stuff all the time. I get so criticized. We were talking earlier, just the other day, sometimes you got to stand up. You got to keep your sense of humor. And there was this pink news.
You got to keep your sense of humor because they're going to put them right up there in front of your face when you turn on anything that you look at anywhere on earth. They're going to be right there. You have to laugh to keep from the hurling. Because it's like it's coming all the way up in me here. Whew. But anyway.
In the UK, an LGBT publication, and there was this Emily Chuddy who wrote this article really putting me down for my stance on a lot of these things and say I was anti-trans and on and on and on. So, I put out a tweet that said, well, at least I had the balls to stand up for women and girls in sports. Well, that goes viral, and it's been kind of all over. But I'm getting so...
Y'all just look dumb to me. Look at the face on this one here on the left, and look at him on the right. and we don't, they. It, she probably on the left, and wait a minute, he on the left and she on the right. You know how confusing they are.
Tired of this woke world. I've done so much for the trans community, bringing this issue forward, put millions of dollars through my foundation into groups, and worked so hard to do it. I don't think anybody deserves that, but that's the bigger story. Is the woke world is out there, and we're fighting it, and people have to stand up.
So, are they coming after you because you don't have the opinion on this that feeds their narrative that they expect you to have on this issue?
There they go.
Yeah, I don't know. This issue's been up a lot. To be honest with you, right now, I'm kind of getting tired.
Okay, I'm getting tired too. I'm getting tired too, because this one here is what it is the same thing. What this thing is in here jumping in the water, talking about it's a damn girl now. This is the same shit right here. Man turned to a damn woman, but this one opposing it. If it go into the sports, but not the whole. You as a big ass man done flip flopped and twisted it up and all type of shit. You just look, And then this one over here ain't did nothing. This is a strong man with long hair that just came on out and just said, you know what? I'm finna jump in the damn water with the women and be a damn woman. And y'all said okay. And now they brought this one out that's against it. Because I guess we couldn't be against it on our own looking at this big ass man. This shit is horrifying.
Tired of talking about it. I was just watching your piece beforehand. People are dying over in Ukraine. We have a war going on. We have all these issues going on. The trans athlete is such a small part of athletics. There's just very few of them that they're getting all this attention. Honestly, I would love to talk to Leah Thomas. I would love to sit down for an hour and discuss this issue with her. I don't think she's done anything wrong. She's played within the rules, but
I'm not gonna make it in this world here where I got to look at big ass dudes and just be like her and she and shit. I see right now I'm not gonna make it. I'm not. And when you just comfortable sitting in front of a man that then did all of this right here, like this Caitlyn here, and it's just cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, you grown, you can do what you want to do, but I'm just saying, when they come to you, want to compete in a sport, you're supposed to compete amongst your peers. Like, you are a man. I don't give a damn how many dresses and lipsticks and makeups and surgeries and shit you want to do. You's a dude. And none of that's going to change that. You's a dude. And then you want to go and run against the damn women. Or do whatever it is sports against the damn women where you would naturally dominate. That's some fuck shit. All right.
I want to know what her motivation is, if she feels good about this.
Well, let's hear
what's
from
going
her.
on in her head.
This is Leah Thomas after she won the championship. If we could just play it out so we can hear how people.
I didn't have a whole lot of expectations for this meet. I was just happy to be here, trying to race and compete as best as I could.
You've undoubtedly been under the spotlight over the past.
Not nothing in that whole outfit right there. Straight, strong man. Up, boy, man. Not nothing. She, her, nothing. Nothing she, her.
Months. How have you been dealing with that and reasoning with everything?
I try to ignore it as much as I can. I try to focus on my swimming, what I need to do to get ready for my races, and just try to block out everything else.
I'm John Burke. My job is to teach people how to peel.
So that was Leah Thomas responding after winning the championship.
Okay, I get that. She's trying to block it all out, but it's almost impossible to block that stuff out that she's doing. I respect her 100%. And, you know, we live in a free country. To be able to live your life authentically has been the greatest gift in my life. And I hope it is the best for her. But also with that comes some integrity about what you're doing. She can't block it all out because obviously I think she could have swam that race a lot faster, and she didn't because she didn't want to get too much attention. If she, you know, so yeah, we'll see how it all works out.
It's a big ass man. How did they think? How did they think it was gonna run out with this big man out there in the water, damn running against damn women?
I would just love to have the opportunity to talk to her and find out what's in her head.
That would be an interesting conversation to have. You know, the NCAA said that it was going to adopt new rules on testosterone levels, which it decided to shelve, saying that to do that in midseason, make a change would be unfair to trans athletes who are already competing.
First of all, I want to know, how did testosterone become a topic in the women's in the women's damn sport? Okay, now testosterone levels, once you have reached that in the women's sport, then it should not be in women's sports. We don't have the testosterone levels would need adjusting. The fuck?
But here's what Martina Navratilova said. Biologically, Leah holds an unfair...
First of all, that's another dude. That's another dude right there playing girl. Oh, before you knew it, before they come out now with the... You know, we just gonna jump in your sport. Here we go. You know, back then they just was jumping in your sport. You ain't know.
advantage over the competition in the women's category, as evidenced by her rankings that have bounced from number 462 as a male to number 1 as a female. Maybe put an asterisk there. Do you believe?
And again, I want to remind everyone that this one that made this whole speech here against what this one is doing did the same damn exact thing back in the day, but y'all still think it's a girl. Okay.
Believe that this season will forever have an asterisk attached to it?
I don't think it's, I mean, it's something I think that needs to be looked into. You know, this whole trans athlete thing is just, you know, I know Kristi Noem in South Dakota banned trans athletes in South Dakota. I don't think she had any, so it wasn't like a big ban. I might have had one. But when you ban it like that and you go across the board, what about this subject is so much bigger than that. When you're banning trans athletes, you're banning about female to male trans athletes. It's about what I've heard.
Oh, they got to have division in every damn thing. You can't just be a certain type of abomination. You have to be in a certain section and a certain level of an abominational state. And then, you know, y'all going to section them off in the levels of which they have mutilated and dissected themselves into becoming wicked fucks. Let's go ahead and see if we can do that. We've done that as well with everything the fuck else. So let's run that.
Don't hold me on these numbers, but about 49% of trans athletes or trans people are female to male. 51% are male to female. We only hear about the male to female. We never hear about the other side. So banning all trans athletes, that's not fair. We have to look.
Okay, so there you go. What they want you to look into is, you know, keep the trans athletes there, you know, in those sports where they can dominate because they're dudes doing sports with women. Keep that, you know, regulate the testosterones and everything. You know.
Into it. This really needs to be done on an individual basis.
And promote the division in when you choose to become what it is you're going to do and transform in every damn thing or not, that therefore there's a division right there. You have to transform this much and then you in a certain group. But if you transform and mutilate this much, then you're in an extra special group or some shit. So there you go. Everything is divided to keep even the fucked up, confused humans divided. So, you know, they don't give a fuck. And then look what's talking. I can't even.
And it needs to be done properly. And I mean, sports is good. everybody deserves to be able to compete in sports.
As you have said many times, there's no easy answer to this, but you don't believe this particular instance is fair. Caitlyn, real quick, we've got to go, but did you try to reach out to Leah Thomas and ask her to sit down with you?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Did you ask Leah Thomas if she'd sit down and talk with you?
Out the way.
Or take a phone call?
Yeah,
She said no?
I don't know. We'll just got to see how it works out.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
We're
the
just going to see
invitation-
how it works out.
The invitation is there. Caitlyn, as always, thank you for joining us today. Really appreciate you coming on at short notice.
Always.
Okay, this one want to talk too much, and nobody want to hear that. And that's enough. That's all I can take of this. Anyway, because it's sickening. Anyway, just. Okay, they set out one of these things that did all the transforming that it can do trying to be the opposite sex. And then, it's against this one that said, you know what, I'm not going to do none of that and just jump in the water with the damn women and just go ahead and tell them I'm a damn woman. Is upset about that. I guess because this one didn't perform all these extra activities which these other strong Baphomet drags have to do, they upset. So that's why they came out here today to go against that because, they went through some major things, the Transformers and Abomination, so they're mad at these ones. But what I say is, you know what? Men should do sports with men and women should do damn sports with women. And that's it. And if they want to do trans then they need to make their own separate sports with that. Since they like all the segregation, make the trans men, have them a damn sports section, and then the trans women have them a sports section, and then they can, mix that up, compete against that like that, and do that. Okay? I mean, like, is the world going dumb? This is crazy shit. That's some scary shit right there on the screen. Everybody a flip-flopper. You got scary and horrifying. Y'all be safe out there. I love you.